I want to quickly talk to you about Wix versus Webflow. So it's important to understand that if you are trying to have an online presence, whether you're thinking about Wix or Webflow or any other website builder, it's quite essential for you to know your objectives first, to know your target audience, to pay attention to the types of plugins you want to have when it comes to your e-commerce platform, but also the kind of business model you want to pursue. Are you going are you going to have a drop shipping model or just a regular e-commerce model? So when we talk about Wix versus Webflow, those are the questions that we need to concern ourselves with. And it's important to understand that building a website nowadays requires not just the kind of sophistication that you needed back in the days, like coding, programming, but you also need to pay attention to things like SEO, so search engine optimization, but also you need to think about the customer journey. So when we think about Webflow, for instance, Webflow is really making things a lot easier for you. Now, Webflow is not the easiest to use, but if you have some kind of programming knowledge, if you have some kind of web building knowledge, you should be good to go. But when you contrast Webflow with Wix, Wix really wins hands down when it comes to I would say ease of use, because Wix is trying to really make the whole process of website building very easy for all kinds of entrepreneurs, all kinds of regular people. Whether you have an entrepreneurial mindset or not, you should be able to use Wix and find things a lot easy. What we love about Wix also is that they have something called ADI. So this is artificial design intelligence. So not just artificial intelligence, but you also have artificial design intelligence, which means what? Wix is introducing artificial intelligence during the website design process, making things a lot easy for all kinds of users. So overall, when we think about Wix versus Webflow, you are thinking about a sleek website versus an easy to build website. Webflow, if you have a website through Webflow, it's very, very nice. But the process of building it is not easy. It's not straightforward. You need to have some kind of acumen, some kind of expertise to make things happen. So this is the quintessential distinction I want you to think about when you compare and contrast Wix and Webflow. By the way, boss, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. Make yourself comfortable. We are going to have a wonderful conversation. So now I want to go a little granular here. So here's a review I want you to pay attention to. So let's first have a glance into Webflow versus Wix. So both Webflow and Wix have easy to use templates that allow users to drag and drop content without coding knowledge. But for Webflow, you still need to have a little bit of coding knowledge. And so what we love about Webflow and Wix is that they both offer users a number of different plans to meet personal and business needs, including 3 e-commerce plans to help users create online stores. They both also have a free plan available, something that is rare in the website building space. And so while Webflow and Wix share many similarities, they also differ in key areas. Users without coding experience can use Webflow. However, the platform is also suitable for experienced developers who want to take advantage of the platform's HTML, CSS capabilities, create visually rich animations, use an on-page editing interface, and other advanced features that allow them to build a custom design website from scratch. So it's all about, when you think about Webflow, think about animation, think about illustrations, think about you need to think about an all-in-one visually appealing website. I'm not saying that Wix websites are not visually appealing. It's just that it is at a different level. And the thing here is that if you're a developer, you can actually customize things a little further at the Webflow level. This is really good. And so now I want to first talk about Webflow. So when you think about Webflow, Webflow is an all-in-one cloud-based web design platform that allows users to build dynamic websites. So instead of just relying on templates like many of the website building platforms, Webflow gives users the option of starting with a template or building a website from a blank canvas. Unlike Wix, Webflow provides an internal HTML, CSS editor, allowing users to dive deep into the customization of their site. So with Webflow, what will happen here is that as a user, you can create custom interactions and animations based on user interactions, page load, page scroll, and much more. So this type of granular customization does require developer knowledge, and Webflow integrates very well with a large number of plugins and apps to further customize websites. Let's quickly talk about the pros and cons of Webflow here. So when you think about Webflow, I want you to think about a highly customizable interface. As I said before, you can do a lot of stuff with the Webflow, provided that you have the knowledge. You got to have some kind of basic, more than basic. You got to have a lot more than basic development knowledge in terms of coding, in terms of programming. So the HTML, CSS sort of capability is there. And we love the fact that with Webflow, you can create animations, something you can't do. You can do it with Wix, but it will require many plugins. It will require much more work, because Wix at the onset is not built to have heavy animations at all. And another pro that we love with Webflow is that you have more than 1,000 responsive templates. So you do have a large constellation of templates that you can avail yourself of. What about the cons here? So when you think about Webflow, you have limited e-commerce features. So Webflow is kind of cool for other stuff. It's cool for e-commerce also, but it's not really built as strongly for e-commerce as is, for instance, Shopify or BigCommerce or WooCommerce for that matter. And also, when in Webflow, the top plan is very expensive. I'll show you very soon the top plan here in Webflow. It's not cheap. And also, another detriment that we have found is that there is developer knowledge that is required for more advanced customization projects. So if you want to dig a little deeper in the customization projects, you will need to actually spend some time and some research. And in terms of pricing, I want you to really look right now on the screen for the pricing for Webflow. So Webflow is charging you on the business side $39 per month if billed annually. But for the enterprise, which is really where you start getting some nice juice, that enterprise, it is expensive. And so Webflow is really trying to ask you to call them up. You have to call customer service, and they'll give you a custom quote. But it is not cheap. But listen, if you have a goal, if you have a mission, if you have a vision, and you're trying to get something done, then you should be able to have the resources to actually back your project up. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about Wix versus Webflow. So I just spoke to you about Webflow, right? So Webflow, I want you to remember that you have animation, visually appealing interface, a lot of templates. What about Wix? Let's have a conversation about Wix here. So when you think about Wix, I want you to think about an easy to use, very easy to use website builder with a lot of customizations, a lot of interactions, a lot of capabilities for all kinds of users. We're speaking here about beginners. We're talking about advanced users. We're talking about all kinds of users and anybody in between. So Wix is kind of cool also when it comes to general website building. Wix is not built as strongly for e-commerce as is Shopify, for instance. And this is the weakness that Wix shares with Webflow. And also, when it comes to blogging, Wix is not really your strongest suit also when it comes to blogging. Now, let's quickly go through Wix overall so we have a bird's eye view of this platform. The thing is that Wix is one of the top website builders for bloggers, new businesses, artists, and entrepreneurs because it is easy to use, relatively inexpensive, and quickly allows users to build attractive websites without any coding experience. That's the important element to really highlight here, that you don't have to have coding experience, and you can actually get on your website ASAP within 15 minutes, 30 minutes maximum. And unlike many website builders, Wix offers a free plan. But if you go with a free plan, you're not going to really enjoy Wix because as a user, you are limited to 500 megabytes of cloud storage and 500 megabyte bandwidth. And you must use the Wix branding on your subdomain. For example, your subdomain or your website name .wix.com. This is really the reason why we advise all our users and all our viewers and all our customers not to go with a free plan because, you have the subdomain. But it is a great plan to get one's feet wet in the website building space. In addition to a free plan, Wix offers several plans to choose from, making it very easy to find a plan that is right for your personal brand, business or project. So this is kind of cool. And it's all about flexibility. It's all about having the flexibility to start somewhere and really see how things grow from there. So Wix does do a good job in terms of that flexibility. I want to go through the pros and cons of Wix here. So we have a clear idea what type of interface we're having a conversation about. I want to first talk to you about the pros. When you think about Wix, one of the advantages that we have found is the free plan. The free plan is kind of cool because, again, it allows you to test the waters out, to see what's really happening, to see what's possible. And the thing is that right now, Wix actually has the free plan is kind of cool also in terms of looking at the Wix interface and see, okay, is this for me? Is this really is this the level of sophistication, the level of granularity I need? And another advantage that we found is that Wix is highly customizable. So you have the drag and drop site editor. So the drag and drop, Shopify also has it, and Wix has it. Your Big Cartel also has it. You have a series of players in the website building space that started offering the drag and drop builder feature. So this is really great. On Wix, we have a large variety of templates across a number of industries. So this is kind of similar to what you'll find on Webflow. And you have one of the things that really one of the things that differentiates Wix is the artificial design intelligence editor. So the ADI editor. This is really good. And this is this is really good. So what about the cons here? Well, you cannot switch templates once you create the template. In other words, if you start building a website, and let's say after 30 minutes or after 1 hour you don't like the template anymore, you can't switch. You can't switch. You have to start over. And you also have limited animation customization. When it comes to animation, Webflow really wins hands down. Wix is not really that great when it comes to animation. So if you're looking for an animated website, go with Webflow. In terms of pricing, I want you to look right now on the screen. Here is a pricing for Wix as of the date of this show. And so Wix has a constellation of capabilities, a constellation of pricing plans. So you have the light plan, the core plan, the business elite plan, and the enterprise plan. You also have the free plan that they haven't put here, but there is a free plan that allows you to test the waters before embarking on a Wix journey. Let's try to find a winner here when it comes to different configurations. And so how does Webflow stack up versus Wix? Wix. And so let's first talk about the free plan. So Webflow and Wix do offer free plans. It's not a problem. So we're talking about a free plan, but again, those free plans are not really sophisticated, so not really broad. And in terms of monthly cost, with Webflow, you're paying anywhere from $15 all the way to $200. On Wix, you're paying somewhere from $15 all the way to $75. So you can see that right off the bat that Webflow is more expensive than Wix in certain departments, if you will. And so with both players, website hosting is included. And we love the fact that Webflow, even though Webflow doesn't have artificial intelligence web design, Wix does have it. So this is an area where Wix actually is taking the edge over Webflow. What about integrations? Well, Webflow integrates with more than 60 apps and plugins to enhance website and grow business, and Wix integrates with more than 300 apps to enhance website and grow business. So you can see here that Wix actually wins. And what about customer service? Well, Wix does have 24/7 customer support, community forums, articles, top tier plans, which include also priority support. So if you are on a top tier plan, you actually benefit. You benefit from priority support. For Webflow, the email, you have email support, community forums, you have webinars and e-courses, no way to talk to someone on the phone. And in terms of e-commerce features that you will find appealing on both platforms. I mean, we just believe that the Webflow is less equipped for e-commerce than Wix is, because on Webflow you have sales channel integration, you have secure online payments, and you have e-commerce templates. Whereas on Wix you have a whole lot of opportunities. You have sales channel integration, abandoned cart recovery, secure online payments, unlimited products, e-commerce templates, digital downloads, subscriptions, and you also have a native point of sale system. So overall, this is really good. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We're having a conversation about Wix versus Webflow. Let me quickly talk to you about the decision you have to make here. So Wix, in our view, outshines Webflow when it comes to e-commerce features. That's for sure, right? All three of Wix's e-commerce plans include unlimited products, abandoned cart recovery, and the ability to collect right now recurring payments. So none of Webflow's plans include unlimited products. Even Webflow's most expensive plan is actually caps the number of products sold in the month of 3,000. And more advanced features such as digital downloads, subscriptions, and abandoned cart recovery are not native to Webflow. So you're gonna need third-party plugins, and users are therefore required to actually avail themselves of all those third-party features. And Wix also has a built-in artificial design intelligence to help users quickly design websites. And when users select Wix ADI, the platform will talk about site and design preferences to create a customized website. So this is really cool. And so you need to understand that for you, at the end of the day, it's all about what really works for you. So it's all about what really appeals to for your business. And this is really cool. And also you need to understand that it's always about the tool that is more performant, especially when it comes to having year-end sort of exams. And also it's important to do those things beforehand so that you have time to plan. You have time to actually think about the best usage for you. And we also want to talk about the fact that you do have like a Webflow actually has a discounted price for students and people in academy. Let's say if you run an academic sort of joint, then you will love Wix a lot. We also love the fact that Wix is a great solution for users with a zero website design experience who want to create a clean website that is up and running in a matter of minutes. Okay, so it's just what it is. And whereas Webflow is a better option for those with website development experience, and if you want to add an e-commerce element to your website, you can actually get more bang for your buck. So that's one of those things that you have to understand. It's all about how you plan. It's all about determination. It's all about how you actually go about things and try to get the knowledge, try to get the wisdom that will help you out. This is important if you have to do this over the long run, so you have a clear idea what you're getting yourself into. When you think about what you have a clear idea what you're trying to really have in terms of all the opportunities, in terms of all the knowledge. This is really important. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. God bless you. I just had a conversation with you about Wix versus Webflow. So we talked about the review, the winner, and the decision. Thank you. God bless you. I'll speak to you another time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.